In today's video, let's visit India's version of Atlantis, in a city that's literally in the clouds. First though, let's take a look at a city whose ancient tragedy has given us a better understanding of the past. Dwarka, India. Dwarka is India's version of Atlantis, and has long been considered a fictional place at the center of old legends and folk tales. That is, until someone actually found it. The city was featured heavily in the Indian epic, the Mahabharata. In the epic, Dwarka was the battleground for Krishna and the evil king Salva. King Salva attacked Dwarka with a flying machine. It's a description of the battle that draws the attention of the ancient alien theorists, as it seems to suggest it was fought with sophisticated technology and advanced weaponry, potentially with a craft attacking from the orbit. The spacecraft commenced an attack on the city with the use of energy weapons, which to onlookers resembled fighting. Since the underwater ruins of what we now call Dwarka is just off the coast of India, it's been the most studied underwater city in the world. Archaeologists have actually seen surprising similarities between the ruins and the city as described in the Mahabharata. Could this be the legendary city of lore or not? Hard to say. Angkor Wat, Cambodia. During its heyday in the late 12th century, Angkor Wat was the biggest metropolis on Earth, covering 1,000 square kilometers. Once the capital city of the mighty Khmer Empire, it boasted a population of between 700,000 and 900,000 people calling it home, which makes it one of the world's largest pre-modern cities. Today, it's more of a bucket list destination for nearly 2 million visitors a year. Except for 2020 and 2021, for obvious reasons. This year might be better though. It was all but forgotten to the outside world until 1858, when a young French explorer wrote of his encounter with the vast religious complex in his journal, which captured the public imagination. But what is visible of this once great empire is only the tip of the iceberg. Laser surveys taken in 2016 revealed traces of a huge settlement around the temples as the size of Los Angeles. There's much more to this jungle wonder still waiting to be discovered. Sigiriya, Sri Lanka. Sigiriya is one of Sri Lanka's most popular tourist attractions, and here are a few reasons why. This ruined city has some extraordinary features, including moat and wall fortifications, elaborately landscaped gardens, and even a monastery. However, what stands out the most is the 200-meter-high granite rock with its exquisite frescoes and the remains of a royal palace on the summit. The Lion Fortress, as it's also called, was built in the 5th century AD, but was later abandoned and was eventually swallowed up by the forest, with only the locals knowing of its existence. That was until the 19th century when it was rediscovered by British historians. In 1982, it was designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It was called the Lion Fortress because it was originally built to look like a lion. During its heyday, it said that it even sported a massive lion's head, which has since then broken off and destroyed due to erosion. Head or no head, though, its rediscoverers would have found it outstanding at first sight. Heraklion, Egypt. Another city of legend, the ancient Egyptian city of Heraklion wasn't as widely known as Dwarka. In fact, the city was only mentioned in a few rare inscriptions and ancient texts, putting its existence into question. After years of searching, the fabled city was finally found by French archaeologist Frank Gaudio and his team, submerged 6.5 kilometers off the coast of Abu Orjir Bay in Egypt. Among the underwater ruins were 64 ships, 700 anchors, a treasure trove of gold coins, statues standing at 16 feet, and most notably the remains of a massive temple to the god Uman-Gareb, and the tiny sarcophagi for the animals that were brought there as offerings. The ruins and artifacts made from granite and diorite are remarkably preserved, and give a glimpse into what was 2,300 years ago, one of the great port cities of the world. As of yet, no one's really sure how this once great city ended up swallowed by the ocean. Machu Picchu, Peru. Locals have already known about the massive ancient city of Machu Picchu for centuries, but it remained virtually unknown to the outside world until 1911 when it was discovered. Today, this famously photogenic city in the clouds of the Andes is a tourist magnet, attracting hundreds of thousands of visitors every year. The site is famous for its sophisticated dry stone walls that fuse huge blocks without the use of mortar, and intriguing buildings that play an astronomical alignment and panoramic view. It stands on a mountain crest almost 8,000 feet high and was said to have been built by the Incas in the 15th century to serve as the royal estate for then Emperor Pachacuti. It was occupied and was quite a bustling city for around 80 years until it was mysteriously abandoned by its inhabitants shortly after the arrival of the Spanish conquistadors in 1532. See you all next time!